Welcome back, my little lambs. It's time for another episode of NT Sheep's Digital Wonderlands.
Desgra Freebursts. We have just received confirmation from the Novacats that they have also encountered both Dragoon and Calhound forces in the Kado-Gucci Valley.
Even with the mercs fighting within their ranks, they cannot withstand us.
Yet we now must contend with multiple regiments of mercenaries that were not accounted for in our plans. Star Commander Jaden.
Yes, my Con?
With the Dragoons here, that means there is a likely chance that the traitor Ezra is fighting with them. If you truly wish to be forgiven, you will hunt him down if he is identified in the field.
It will be done.
Thank you, Sakan, for the update. Moving over to the task at hand, with our foothold in the Waseda Hills taken, we can now move into the Imperial City, where each cluster has been assigned high-priority targets to take. The 362nd will be assaulting the primary mech factory campus for Luthian Armor Works. A star from the 22nd Jaguar Regulars has already scouted the facility. They have reported back that the DCMS is using the factory as a large maintenance facility for field repairs, and the factory campus, a staging ground for the planetary militia.
What else can the 22nd Jaguar report?
The interior of the factory is a giant maze, easy to get turned around, and the density of magnetic materials plays havoc on your sensors and spots.
Lovely.
The size of this campus and the tightness of quarters inside the factory necessitates that the 362nd must break up into individual stars and thoroughly sweep through the entirety of the campus. Each of your stars has been given a corridor. It is recommended that you bring loadouts that prioritize close-range encounters. Take time to prepare yourselves for this engagement. Once we enter the facility, we have no way of knowing how the DCMS will react.
Okay, my little lambs, we are back at it in MechWarrior 5 Clans. As soon as we touch down into this landing zone, it is going to be one heck of a battle. So the first thing you'll want to do is hit your battle view button, whether you're using keyboard and mouse or a gamepad. Get into a pause situation. One of the main ways of defeating this level is you're going to have to be issuing commands to your star mates, and having them all attack one target at a time is going to be one of the ways that you're going to take things out fairly quickly. You can have them all go for one target while you try and take out another target. If you're lucky, usually I could get the Centurion taken out with just, one blast of everything from my mech, and then I can immediately turn around and start helping them go after whatever target I assign them to. There's also going to be a lot of air reinforcements that you're going to want to take out. So you may want to make sure that you don't have your arms locked so you can sit there and get really high up shots. This is an all-out battle here at the beginning. You've got some extra help. They do a fairly good job on their own. It makes it seem like, the more of them you can possibly save, they're going to help you. And I think the first time I ever beat this level last year before a certain patch, they were actually helping more. It was after a patch, I think maybe in April or May, that when I went back to this game for the Let's Play series, I started noticing things just seemed different somehow. It seemed like the defenders that I helped save weren't helping me as much. You would think after you take out all the enemies here, they'll also walk up to the gate with you, but no, it's pretty darn tricky. One tactic you can use, once you've taken out all the main enemies and you get that gate open, is to go ahead and send everybody back down to where you got dropped off and wait for the enemy mechs to come out. Then the defenders that were down there will also help you but sometimes it's just best to go ahead and get the gate open and just push right in on through. So we're going to sit there and let this first bit of the battle go, and we're going to see how well we can do. This level is very tough.
So many of them.
Spotted security nodes on either side. Taking them out could punch our ticket through.
There! That is our gate. Time to crash it.
Think the Dragoons are here?
I highly doubt. The Ruthian roll factories are the beating heart of the Combine's mech production. Everything within these facilities is classified as Combine state secrets. Takashi Kurita would never allow outsiders to step foot in this facility, especially those who he has an outstanding blood feud with.
If things are that bad between the Combine and the Dragoons, why are they here?
I do not know. But if I had to guess, it is because of the Kunji no Kande, Theodore Kurita, Takashi's heir. He is known for his unorthodox reforms of the TCMS. It would not surprise me to hear that the Dragoons are here at his invitation.
Disappointing. I was hoping we might find Ezra here and finish things.
One security node disabled. That did it. Door is opening up.
Contact! DCMS coming right at us!
You will not gain access to the law facilities without the codes. Make sure you find them.
All right, we are in range of the artillery guns. We knock them out and help our friends out back there.
Maneuvering for a clean shot.
All contacts are down. We need to hunt down those codes to get through the front door. Or this operation will be short-lived.
Now, you may have noticed that I was taking out objectives a lot faster than the dialogue and everything that was going on. There was 2 security nodes that we had to take out to open up the gates. One of them had gotten destroyed in all the crossfire of the fighting that we were doing in front of it. So sometimes you kind of get lucky and you've gotten objectives taken out by chance and luck before you even get to the point of the game telling you that that's what you need to take out next. This battle in this area here is another tricky one. Again, you're going to want to use battle view and everything to try and direct everybody. And this is one of the first areas where things can start going south real quick. Mia is already down to 85%. Usually you want to try and get through this area and make sure nobody is down below 90, because it's only going to get a lot tougher from here on out. Once we get clear to this area, there is going to be another huge battle area. There's going to be some reinforcements, and they're all pretty good heavy assault mechs, and they can hold their own, but you really want to try and help them out as much as possible. The problem is they're getting overwhelmed, and even if you go down into that area to try and help them, you can get overwhelmed pretty darn quick, and that'll be one of the areas where you might lose a teammate, and this could be one of the first areas that you have to sit there and restart.
Machines they are able to throw together.
All the more reason why we need to take this facility out.
This is definitely the spot where things can go downhill fast with this level. Mia took some big damage. She's down to 73% now. As we get down to the bottom of this hill, there's these 2 mechs with their backs turned towards us, so they're going to be easy for us to take out. What's going to be happening is there's going to be enemy assault forces coming from the right from the hill that heads up to the facility we need to get into. What you want to try and do, again, use the battle grid to sit there and give directions. Try and let the 3 friendly mechs that are down here fighting act as a distraction towards all the other enemy mechs. You'll want to get down to the bottom of the hill here and use the rocks for cover, and use your LRMs and your long-range lasers to try and pick off enemy forces as they're coming down. If you're worried about any of your teammates like Mia, who's taken some big damage, you can give them a direct command to sit there and kind of hold back even further. But you want to sit there and just try and do your best. The more of the friendly units you can save, the better, because over the next couple of minutes, we're going to have one hell of a battle assaulting this hill and climbing up to the top of it.
More reinforcements coming your way.
Af!
Okay, we're going to start moving in now. If I would have gone in just a little bit sooner, I probably could have saved the one ally. Again, trying to keep the 3 that are down here alive as long as possible is really going to help you, because as we try and move back up the hill, we're going to be coming across more and more waves of enemies, and what we can do is lead them back down the hill into a trap, because once we clear out this area here, any of these remaining defenders are just going to guard the bottom of the hill. They won't walk up the hill with us towards the factory entrance that we need to get to. So this is one of the things that kind of makes this level a bit long if you're going to use the tactic of you walk up the hill to lure the enemies back down it. Okay, now that we got the bottom of the hill cleared and we've got to climb to the top, let's take a look at what we're at. I'm down to 60% armor. Mia's down to 72%. Everybody else on the team is doing okay. There are going to be repair bays once we get to the top of the hill, but we're going to have to fight through 3 more waves of enemies trying to climb this hill. This is one of the spots where you need to make a decision of, do you restart this level, or do you go ahead and try and make your way to the top? Because as you can see from my armor outline, if I take any significant hits anywhere on my arms or legs, I'm going to be losing those, which means I'm going to be losing weapons and mobility. So if you're confident in your mech piloting skills, you can try this. I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I'm going to lose some of my weapons, but hopefully we'll make it to the top of the hill and everybody's going to be okay, and we'll be able to get some good repairing done.
facility, Cobalt. Remember, we will be at the mercy of the environment in there.
Take away our eyes and ears. They are still no match for us.
You have the spirit of a true smoke jaguar, Mia.
I have visual on the entrance gate.
They have defenders dug in.
Maintain your ferocity and pace. I want that facility in our possession.
Focusing fire.
Jägermech. Incoming missile.
One more for me.
New target. Incoming missile.
That reactor is going critical, Star Commander.
New hostile detected.
Attacking with you.
Awesome. Incoming missile. Keep critical.
Mech eliminated.
New hostile detected. Black.
On your target now, Star Commander.
All targets are down, Jaguar Base.
Proceed to the law facility, Cobalt 1.
All guns neutralized.
Okay, as you can see, I am definitely looking like I'm in some bad shape. I ended up losing 2 weapons. I've run out of ammo, but when we get up to the top of this hill here, those security codes that we got are going to open up the door and get us into the facility. So, as soon as we open up that door, there's going to be 5 repair bays to use. So, I'll definitely be able to get everybody else back to almost full health. We're just going to have to sit there and see how lucky I can get with a repair. I should be able to hopefully get back up above at least 80%. And again, this is going to be one of the spots where you have to decide what you're going to do. As we get into this facility, the battle grid isn't going to be helping us as much. We're not going to be able to see inside. There's only going to be a few areas where there's open access in the roof that we would be able to click on to direct our teammates. So you're really just going to have to sit there and try and make your way through and deal with the surprise attacks from the enemies, because they're going to be around every corner as we're making our way through this base.
22nd Regular's intelligence was accurate. All my instruments are scrambled. Not picking up a sign of any movement. Mine's still working close proximity. We will need to tighten up. Use caution around any corridors or along sight lines.
We're bound to run into more hostiles eventually. We need to find a way through. Keep your weapons primed. Assume there are threats hidden around every corner in this labyrinth. We cannot rely on our sensors.
I am prepared for anything. Eyes are peeled, Star Commander.
I have eyes on a sealed door. Appears to be the only way through.
It looks like there are generators connected to the door. Knocking them out should get us through.
That did the trick. The door is opening. Cut!
Okay, so on the one hand, it looks like I got lucky. I got repaired to 88%, but if you pay attention to my mech outline, a lot of my arms and legs and torso areas are still marked dark red, which means all it's going to take is one lucky shot from the enemies to sit there and completely destroy those sections. Sometimes the repair bays just seem like they're not doing what they really should, and I think that's one of the things that makes this level such a hard thing. If I am up to 88%, all of my armor and everything should have been at least, light yellow, if not almost all the way back to green. So hopefully we're going to be lucky that everybody else got repaired to 100% as we make our way in here, because as soon as we go through this door, as you see, there is one hell of a big battle. And all we gotta do is just try and get through this little area and deal with all the enemies that are dropping down from the rooftop and everything. And hopefully we'll survive. If not, this is probably going to be one of the areas where you just have to turn around and say, F it, and restart.
On target.
Good work. You got their reactor.
Short range is picking something up. We have company.
That did not take long.
We're nearing the main assembly area. I would not be surprised if they stage their biggest resistance at this point.
The size of their force will not sway this fight. They can keep rolling off the assembly line, just delaying the inevitable. Yes.
We have more movement. Contacts are barging through that door.
Focusing on your target. There goes another.
All right, this area is clear. We have a clear route to the main assembly area, but stay on guard. We have zero idea how many contacts we may be facing in there.
Be great if we could boost our sensors right about now. If Liam were here, he would have cracked it already. All we have are our instincts right now.
That is still more than these spheroids have. even with their machines.
One target down.
Wow. Look at that.
This place. Not even the homeworlds could match this output. This campus is vast. There are probably dozens of rooms just like this one across the factory.
Just imagine, once conquered, a factory like this could make the Jaguars unstoppable. Terra would not stand a chance.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to have to end the video. We're going to get this done in 2 parts. So, there's obviously traps ahead. You can see another little doorway that we got to go through. There's going to be some turrets on the other side, and once everybody gets through, the trap is going to get sprung. There's going to be a lot of enemy mechs in there. Some of them are going to be inactive, so they're going to be easy to take out if you target them all at once. And you want to try and do that because what's going to happen is they're going to be springing to life as you walk further in. So in the next video, we're going to go through that doorway and see how well we can do. But for right now, thank you so much for watching, my little lambs, and I hope to see you again next time in the Digital Wonderlands.